It's live. Here we go. And right when Jack started, it wasn't me for once. Okay. So welcome back, strangers. I missed you guys. It's been a while. We weren't here last week. Now we don't have Blake. I have an echo in my ear, so I sound really rough. But I'm joined tonight with Michael and Jacob, Soggy Seal. So Father Michael and Soggy Seal. Yeah.
So yeah, what's going on, internet?
It's late. Sorry, you guys. Took a while to get set up. But how are you guys doing tonight? Anyone, don't start. Start at once. Is Jacob even here now?
Yeah, I'm here. I had myself muted and, dog.
Yeah. How's the dog doing?
He's good.
Just why you should have the webcam on so you could show him off.
Yeah.
He's his own dog. He's hard to catch.
Yeah. I'm going to catch up for the chat real quick. What's up, Kenneth, Ron, Rebecca, Dean? Sorry for the late night. It's rough.
Yeah.
You guys glad it's Friday?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
So happy.
You guys got anything exciting planned for this weekend?
Mm-hmm.
The weather holds up, maybe play golf. That's very boring.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, it's just me, Michael, and Jacob. Blake kind of quit, got fired. It's rough. Jacob hasn't even heard this. So.
Oh, hold on.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm hearing a delay in my ear.
So you're hearing a delay too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little rough.
A little.
The technical difficulties.
It's a rough struggle. We're here.
Yeah. Someone said I want to believe alien UFOs. That was actually the original idea for this stream. So that got rough. So, do you believe in aliens?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, we did a tour of Salem, Massachusetts this past weekend, and the tour guide at the end was just like, you know what, ghosts aren't really my things, aliens, and just started going off on aliens at the end. So that's what inspired the original idea for doing aliens tonight. But then Blake quit.
Was it one of y'all that was talking, or did I see it on your Discord? Maybe somebody was saying that people who have like recollections of being abducted were mistaking themselves from like having early memories of like childbirth or something like that.
Joe Rogan did a thing about that.
Yeah, that's probably who it was. Yeah, I've done confused you with Joe Rogan, so
oh, that's a great compliment. No. So rough.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy?
What's that?
10 years ago, this month, we graduated high school together.
Did we really this month?
Yeah, this month.
It was a really hot day, too. I remember that graduation.
Oh, I'm old.
Yeah. It's been a decade.
Yeah. How long have we been friends now?
You want to have a drink? Celebrate?
I mean, I'm having a drink right now.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Yeah, can confirm.
We're going to celebrate.
Dean said they believe in Satan. Do you believe in Satan, Jacob?
Of course.
Yeah. So, oh, Kenneth, how was Salem? Where all did you check out? Because we didn't have that much time, and we tried to make the most of it. We literally really hustled. We spent like 30 hours in the car together. That's why Blake's really not on here. He really got tired of us. So, or me. 30 hours in a car together. That's a long ass time.
That's a long time in a car, man.
Yeah. He actually let me drive for once. He never lets me drive. So
I told Michael earlier when you were trying to get the earbud thing sorted out, but I'm going to say it again. I love your shirt. That thing is sick.
Thanks, man. It's a Swamp Dweller shirt. Check out his Teespring.
I might have to pick one of those up. That is a sick shirt.
Yeah. Finally, I'm trying to bait people to talk about did Blake really did. That was originally going to be the clickbait title.
I was like, man, you're being hard on Blake.
No. What really happened was he almost lost his job in real life, and then he would have been doing YouTube full time to try to make it work. So
That's an Ethan idea.
it would have been an either or. So, but he survived. He didn't get fired yet, but he has to work extra.
Yeah, that's why he's not here tonight.
Yeah. So the opposite. So instead of like going full time on YouTube,
Got to take about 20% off the top there.
No, I'd already calculated like what our burn rate was for like the rest of the money we have saved up from YouTube to see how long he could survive just off of YouTube money. But it turns out he still has a job, so it's okay.
That's good.
That's good.
Yeah. So I mean, he would be able to draw unemployment, get that double dip, a hustle.
Yeah, but then you've got to know people who have businesses that you can apply for, but you know they won't hire you, so then you can go on it longer.
That's why you just like shoot for the stars for where you're trying to apply. Have you done this before, Jacob? You sound like you know what you're talking about.
Can neither confirm nor deny.
Yeah.
We'll just say I was
in
in the industry in 2008 and 2009 when the economy hit the toilet. So
you survived though.
Yeah.
You're crushing it. Next thing I know, you'll be on those. Have you been seeing the high school? Well, the high school name we went to. They've been publishing like alumni of the week. Have you seen that?
No.
Yeah, you'll be the next person on there, man.
I highly doubt that.
Jacob Beach was just one on. Yeah. All right, so here's some questions for you guys. Let's get to the outline. All right. What's the strangest thing you found in someone's house? Either that they knew about, like they watch you be like, what the fuck? Or you're just like in someone's bathroom cabinets for some reason and you just found something. Anything interesting?
This is a tough one.
Well, while you guys think, what's up, White Owl? Bridget, Daniel Floyd, believe in ghosts.
Hey, it's Daniel. That's a crazy June bug in my Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, bro?
So, anything crazy?
I think I was in someone's house one time and I came across their sex toy collection. I thought that was kind of strange. Just kind of like laid out in the open.
Oh,
Past
wow.
the bedroom, boom, there it was.
I think you were meant to find the.
Yeah, sure.
That could have been a hint.
Maybe. Yeah. That was kind of an awkward situation.
I can't really think of finding anything weird.
It was like a family thing. And
oh, that's
Christmas
really
and
weird. Oh, it's,
stuff like
yeah,
that.
never mind.
Whatever.
Oh, there's gonna be like a story from college where you're like, I went to this girl's place, and for some reason there was a mold of my penis just laid out on the bed. I'm like, this looks
Attached to a
familiar.
Sawzall. And
All too familiar. No.
My strangest thing. I don't know. I don't even think about these questions. I just write them down fast. I don't know, man.
I don't really go to a lot of people's houses, but I remember one time Ethan pulled out a large sum of money out of seemingly nowhere in his house one time.
That didn't happen. No.
Same night I saved his life. If you saw the
Oh yeah, that's because I was trying to give you money for saving my life.
Yeah, and he thought you were somebody else, too.
Dude, that was a rough night.
That was like 8-9 years ago, something like that.
Yeah. That was literally like 8 years ago. A couple of years after we graduated. So, craziest thing, at Jacob's house, I found a dog that would make me sneeze only one time. And now ever since I've seen Jack, I haven't had an allergic reaction to him. That's a little strange. You remember that time we went to your house and we ended up spending the night?
Which
Then
time?
you took us to breakfast the next day. Jacob's a good host.
Which time?
The time in Martinsville.
Oh. Yeah, I can't remember last week, much less 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Sorry for the squeaking. I got one of them fancy race car chairs, and that thing squeaks every time you move.
Yeah. So if you guys have a question for us, let me know. I got an outline of random stuff we're going to be bullshitting and just hanging out. But on Digo TV, I don't know if I'm bad at reading things, said, if you're doing a YouTube channel, I want people to watch my videos. How do I get people to watch? That's a really good question because we're still trying to figure that out.
I'll tell you this, and I can't tell you this from experience because I am literally the worst person at YouTube in the entire world. But what I will tell you from learning from Ethan and Michael and Blake is you gotta want it so bad. Like these guys put so much work into this. It is crazy. It is actually crazy how much work they put into this.
Thanks, man.
So you really just have to want it all the time, 24/7.
Yeah, you have to make the video, then you have to figure out how to promote it. You can do it on Reddit, Amino. You can message people on blogs, Twitter, Facebook, Discord. Just hit up all the different targets. Usually now when I have a video, like I have an idea of how I'm going to promote it before we release it. So I have like targeted things like abandoned, going to hit North Carolina, or if it's a university, I'm going to look for universities, their blogs, their like newspapers, stuff like that, trying to get like extra traction. The best traction I've seen is like if you can sync with the YouTube algorithm where it'll actually promote it for yourself. But you have to really reach a certain point for that to happen or just get lucky. So you just got to talk to people, message, but not do it in a sleazy way. You got to be genuine and just come across like you're really trying to share something you care about. And then still a lot of times you'll still get dislikes, bad comments, and no
people
views.
on Reddit. They need to meet me outside later.
So, but you have to deal with it. Like a lot of people's top videos is also their most disliked. So you never know. Jacob also just created a channel called Soggy Seal. I meant to link to it. Hold on, let me do it.
I'm putting almost no effort into my videos in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah. I shared it on Twitter and Reddit the other day. Yeah, like how to put a handle on a hammer.
Reddit got something wrong with them.
No, Jacob, you have something wrong with it. Why did you create something to share with people?
I know, right?
Yeah. But let's see. What's something that satisfies you? Here, I actually have an answer to this. So mine's coming home to my dog and Rebecca, like from a stressful day. Another thing is like making something, like when we release a video or even like a thumbnail or something dumb. It's like, oh, I made this. That's kind of satisfying. What about you guys? Writing an insurance policy?
Sure.
I mean, it's fun.
Making sales.
Yeah.
I'd say mine is probably like a good fix. For those of y'all that don't know that are watching, I'm a heavy equipment mechanic, and I think one of the most satisfying things in the world for me is like when you show up on the job and their main production machine's down and they're losing their mind and losing money just handfuls at a time. And you can show up, figure out what's going on, get it troubleshot, maybe even get it back in the dirt in 10 minutes, nothing flat. You look like the hero. That feels amazing.
Jacob, you're my hero.
You guys are my heroes. Are you kidding me?
I have so many voices in my head.
Yeah, it might be crazy. This is what it sounds like on a daily basis for me. It's a joke. But there was a video one time where like 20% of the population hears a different voice in their head besides their own narration voice. So it's not that strange. All right. Let's see what's next. Yes. Hold on. Gotta go down. Someone asked though about like, does Reddit views count towards YouTube views? It does. Embedded views don't really count, but usually if it links outside of it and goes to the YouTube site, then it does. So 80% of the time with Reddit, it does. Amino, I don't really think the views count for the embeds. What's the worst experience you've had with a member of the opposite sex?
You had to ask that question.
Just throw some random stuff in there.
Showing up to their house and it looking like you're at a landfill.
What? Can
Some
you
people-
elaborate on that?
No, just some people have really nasty houses, man. Some people are freaking nasty.
Yeah, that's true.
So Jacob couldn't pick one object. That was the strangest thing he found. He was like the whole house, the inside.
Yeah, just burn it down, start over.
No, this one girl I was like talking to when I was in high school. She's like me, like, oh, we should date, we need to do all this, get married, have kids. And I was just like, who are you? I'm like graduating high school. I've just gonna have a relationship. It was a long time for high school time, and
You want to get married and have kids?
yeah, like who's talking about this? That's a little scary, a little nerve wracking, and
That's
all at
scary.
once. Yeah, see,
Yeah, that's going from 0 to 98 right there.
yeah.
Oh man.
And who ended up marrying her?
Oh yeah, my cousin did.
In a strange twist. Oh man. All right, White Owl says. Wait, you didn't answer.
Oh, so I don't know if it's really an awkward situation. Well, yeah, it was. So there was this girl that I had a class with in college. We had a German class together. She really liked me, and we decided to meet at this really nice restaurant. This was like within walking distance of like the campus. So I walk there. I get a seat. It's jam packed, full of like really like professors and stuff there. And I see her across the room, and this girl never dressed like inappropriately or anything. She always dressed like anybody else, but literally she walked into the restaurant looking like she just got done working like a street corner. It was really uncomfortable. It was an okay date, if you want to call it that, but it was definitely an awkward situation having everybody kind of look at me like, who
She
is
just
this
wanted
girl?
to look good for you.
No. This wasn't like wearing a nice dress. This was like beyond that.
She was trying
I
to
didn't have
attract.
to use my imagination.
She was
just
trying
like,
to use
boom.
attract.
What?
Apparently, it wasn't super effective. The
No,
Pokemon movie.
we had brunch one time and she wore like a really nice dress. She just kept it with that. But this, she hardly had anything on. I was kind of shocked.
Yeah.
For a restaurant, that was kind of awkward.
I got a buddy that's got a story that's really funny like that. I'll have to tell y'all later. It is super inappropriate for you two.
One time, Michael went to William and Mary.
Oh yeah, one time I did go there.
Yeah. But one time we were there. They have this thing. What is it called? Blowout at the end of
Oh
exams,
God.
where everyone drinks and parties. And that's where Rebecca also went to school. So, like the last blowout right before she graduated, we had to go to CVS that next Sunday. It was like 2:00 in the afternoon, and there was this girl in there buying Plan B, wearing the stuff she was wearing the night before,
No.
doing the worst like walk of shame.
That is awful.
It was
That's
really
a
hard.
terrible one.
Yeah, it's something I would expect to see at JMU, not classy William and Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she went hard in the paint.
She's just trying to live her life, man.
Yeah, she was proactive or reactive. Is that reactive?
That's I don't know. I think that's kind of no. Proactive would be like wearing a condom.
I think it's a little both. It's like a too controversial. It's active
It's
in more ways than one.
Yeah, proactive. I don't know.
Okay. Whiteout said, "What's the scariest thing you have experienced?"
It's very simple. My cousin one time locked me in the basement of my grandparents' house. That was the scariest thing ever as a kid. In real life, I think I've had some near-death experiences. So most of the time it's been in a car. So those are scary. What about you?
I don't know the necessary, like the top of my head. Makes me think I'm in like a new scare's coming. The fact I can't name it.
Well, just think about something as a kid, like being locked in the basement. It was dark, scary.
Well, when I broke my leg,
It's pretty simple.
so I broke my leg in elementary school, like jumping from one monkey bar to another.
It was a bad
And
break.
yeah, it was a really bad. Like I couldn't get up,
Big scar.
and I broke my femur, the biggest bone in your body.
Oh,
And there just happened to be a doctor at this school, and like having lunch with his kid. So he comes out, looks at my leg. He tells me it's not broken. I tell him it's like my femur, and I'm freaking out. He's like, "Oh, it's definitely broken." So they get the ambulance, and my school was like literally 2 minutes from the hospital. So we go to the hospital. They're like, I remember like it was like 12:30, getting X-rayed, and then all of a sudden I remember like saying like I feel really sleepy, and that was like when they were like doctor was around me, and I just go out and then I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning in the hospital. Like what
That's
happened?
really-
Just like a big time gap.
that's
And
really
like I had like surgery, and they put a plate in my leg, and I had nothing to do for like the next 2 hours except freak out and try to figure out what happened. So
that's really scary, man. I didn't know that. But like,
you didn't know that?
yeah, shock is extremely dangerous. It's
Yeah.
like you can have a non-mortal wound and just die from shock.
That's terrifying. Fuck that, man. Or I just read a thing about someone's husband died of what's the thing when your blood turns toxic or whatever?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Septic? No, I don't know. The shock. I'm just saying words together.
Kinda. Rebecca will correct
Yeah,
us if
Rebecca would
she's
correct
watching
us.
We love you, Rebecca.
Yeah. That's so scary. Just the little things can take you out.
Oh, yeah. Like, just the smallest little bug can kill you.
Yeah, it's
Or
little
give you
toilet
alpha
seat.
gal.
Yeah, toilet seat germs.
Oh, my God.
You never know.
Never know. Toilet seats. Be careful.
What about you, Jacob?
Yeah. What about you?
Were we talking about scary things?
Uh,
I had a paranormal experience one time. I talked about this on the last stream I was on, but
Yeah, but
I'll-
tell us
I'll-
that shit.
I'll make it. I'll keep it short, not go into as much detail. But long and the short of it is, I was in my game room, which was like off of a large living room, and I didn't have any lights on in my game room or anything. I was just playing something on Xbox, probably with these two. And in the next room over in the living room, I had the light on, but it was super late at night. It was probably 2 or 3 in the morning. And I just happened to look over and saw a shadow move across the bottom of the door, like in the other room. Like, you know how if you've got a light on another room, somebody steps in front of the door, you can like see their shadow move. It was like that. And the shadow moved over in front of the door and just kind of stayed there. And then I thought it was my dad, because me and my dad were living together at the time because he was going through a divorce, and it was just me and him in the house. And I hollered out. I was like, "Hey, Dad, is that you?" He didn't hear anything back. I had a border collie at the time too. She was in there with me, and she was losing her mind. Like, the dog was scared. It was bad. And yeah. So I opened the door. Well, I get up to open the door. Shadow moves away. Open the door. Nothing there. Absolutely nothing there. Nobody's in the house or anything. My dog run. It was a split level house. So like you came in on the middle level and then you went downstairs or upstairs. And my dog ran up the steps to the middle like level where the level you come in on. My dog ran up there and was looking into the kitchen, growling, showing. I mean, her hair was standing up. She was completely losing it. And I'm standing on the bottom floor looking up at my dad, who's on the top floor at 3 a.m., looking at me like, what's going on? And I'm like, I have no idea. And I was kind of freaked out. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I'd freak out. I tell a story. That reminds me. Like someone said, Bridget said, I love real ghost stories. And in this room, right here, we're in the back of our office. And this is when little teenage Ethan would bring girls back here after work. And so one
different
night,
couch.
yeah, behind us, we brought in these chairs just for you guys. But so we were like hanging out, and all of a sudden the phone rings, which is strange. It's like 10 o'clock at night. It might even been later, but like the movie theater closed at like 11:30. So the phone rings, but it only rings 2 times and then just stops before I could get over the answer. And that's a little creepy because it's late. And it's like, why did that happen? But you don't really think much of it because it's just a phone. So just go back, sit down, keep talking, and all of a sudden the phone rings again 2 times and then stops. So I'm like, oh, maybe someone called back and had the wrong number again. They stopped. So then we're over there just a couple minutes later, and the phone rings again 2 times and stops. And I think someone's messing with me, but I haven't had this happen before, so we just fucking leave. I was like, fuck that. And I never had that happen again. So I don't know what was going on. But they were like 10 minutes apart, maybe 5 or 10 minutes. It wasn't like exactly like immediate. It was enough time for you to make like questioning. And it was really creepy.
Mm.
Yeah.
What about Michael?
Yeah, I don't think I've had any paranormal activities happen to me.
Maybe you're just not open to it.
Yeah, maybe I'm just oblivious. I'm kind of oblivious to certain things.
No, some people say like it depends on your openness to it. I don't know how real that is. But I see that PSPR Paranormal Pursuit is here. What's up? We did a stream with him a couple weeks ago. It was a fun time. Blake was on it.
Yeah,
So if you're
Blake.
missing Blake right now, go
Send him
check
all
that
your
out.
love.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He's not dead.
I need to get back
He doesn't
to
know.
putting the podcast back up on Anchor again because
Yeah,
grass
cool.
is growing now, and I gotta have something to listen to when I'm mowing.
You had one job. Jacob.
I know. I'm so bad at YouTube.
What about that alien video, man? What happened to that? I'll just call Jacob out on stuff.
Oh,
Maybe you guys can throw me under the bus for things.
when did I throw you under the bus?
I'm just saying you can after this.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just really, really, really. I'm busy.
I know you are. That's why I don't ever ask you. I really appreciate all the things you do for us, Jacob. You're awesome.
I do have some stuff filmed though for the one that I'm supposed to be working on for y'all now. It's just coming together really slowly.
I mean, that's fine. I have another one the one that originally like involves you using the tractor. So one day when you do mow the grass, you should just film you like mowing the grass with the tractor.
Okay, I can do that.
Because it's about a guy who gets abducted like from a farm on his tractor.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So just any footage you have of it, time lapse of it, it's do anything you want.
All right.
When I have a script for it, I'll send it to you.
All right,
It's something I've had on my head forever, but haven't done.
we'll do that. And it's kind of funny because the videos on my channel where I was telling you I put literally no effort into it. I've kind of told myself I'm gonna not try in any way, shape, or form because if it requires work and thinking about it, I just won't do it. So I'm literally filming them on my phone, editing them on my phone, and then uploading them on my phone.
You edited it on your phone?
Yeah.
That's impressive. People do that. Joey's Adventure does it. The Ghost Watch. No, you can't do that.
But the gimbal's pretty sweet though.
It is. Gimbals are nice. I have really shaky footage without one. I have shaky footage with it because I'm really like spastic.
I didn't really notice it, but I filmed part of the part 2 for the boat thing that I was telling you about before we got on the stream. I was filming that, and then I got to the end, and I was like, "Crap! I didn't film this last little piece." And then I already had the phone out of the gimbal, and I went to film that, and it was awful. I was like, "This is so shaky."
Yeah, gimbals help, man. I see you get ads for them all the time now, and like even gimbal selfie sticks and all kinds of things.
Hey, can you guys hold on for like 15 seconds while I go get another beer?
Yeah, sure. We can carry this.
Carry it.
So
This
I've
podcast
never
brought to you by
had a
Advil.
scary person, like a paranormal experience. But have you had a scary experience with a stranger, like someone
Oh,
weird at
yeah.
the mall or something? Like
No.
what happened? What happened?
So I was riding my bike with a friend of mine, and these kids in a car like stop in the middle of the road, and I see one of them with a gun, and that scared the shit out of me. So I think my expression made them laugh, and they drove away. That's what I remember them having. So I grew up in a kind of quasi rough area of where we live. So like north side's kind of bad,
North side.
north side. So there's some sketchy areas of where we live, but They're everywhere.
Oh man, I didn't even tell you. I almost died this week.
How? Why? Why did you not tell me? I'm concerned. What
I literally had the sketchiest thing happen to me while filming for The Strangest. We were in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Don't ever go there. Don't. For real.
I asked you how the trip goes, and you don't mention the story.
No, like everything before, like we did a Connecticut trip earlier, like a few weeks ago. It went perfect. It's like the nicest state in the world. It looks like rural Virginia, except nice. Like if rural Virginia had money, like Southern Virginia had money. So then we stay in Bridgeport the first night we do this road trip. And we get there at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's all dark, but it's a giant city. I was expecting like a tiny town when I was like booking it. Rebecca booked it. We get there, we sleep. We had to have a parking garage. We were like on the 10th floor of this hotel. It was crazy. It was from people who live in a tiny town. It was a big deal. So we went there because we're going to film this abandoned Remington arms factory that's downtown from the 1800s. I'm saying it's been abandoned for a while. And this,
to say the least.
Yeah, it's like, imagine, I don't know, you didn't go to New Orleans. But imagine like New Orleans times 100, like the roughness. Like, I don't know. It's the first time I was like, I need a bulletproof vest just to be walking through here. It was really like, it was terrifying. Like, Blake and Rebecca dropped me off to go film the outside of this place. Walk around this block. There's like glass and everything trash on the sidewalk. Everything was run down. We couldn't fly the drone, I think, because of like it was restricted airspace for something. And I'm just filming, and all this weird stuff just keeps happening. Like the buildings across from it, there's like houses that are boarded up and falling apart. There's people just wandering around. I end up filming it and just going and wait in this like abandoned graveyard just for Blake to come pick me up because they somehow got sidetracked going this way and like got stopped by like 3 police cars like stopping these guys.
That tells you how rough it is.
It was,
that many police?
Yeah, I should have taken a video of it, man. Let me see if I have on my phone of it because it was crazy. It was like a crazy area, and I was not expecting it at all. Like nowhere. I read on the Atlas Obscura about it, and usually they have like little hints about the area, like, oh, you should watch out for this. Like there was a spot I wanted to visit in Virginia of an abandoned settlement from like the 1700s. They're like, oh, it's a mile walk, but you have to be careful for venomous snakes. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't know Virginia had that many venomous snakes. We're not going.
Yeah, man.
I say you ought to risk it. Screw it.
I'm not
do it for the footage.
That's it. It sounds like you went to Savannah, Georgia, to me. Because
Savannah's
literally every time I've been to Savannah, Georgia, it sounds like what you just said. And people always say Savannah's nice. I don't know, but every time I've been to Savannah, it's been on the way to Florida, like stopping like halfway. And I know it's not nice.
Downtown Savannah is beautiful.
Thanks.
Like they have like what are you thinking?
White House that I look.
You look cute with the stash.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Savannah's nice.
I've never been downtown, but getting like off the interstate and getting a place to stay for the night.
You got the Savannah malls everywhere. It's beautiful. So you guys stop halfway to Florida and spend the night in Savannah? You don't just drive straight through?
That's what I want to do every time, and it never fails. My in-laws always want to stop halfway.
Man, we just drive straight through like 16 hours.
He's a pro.
Blake's a pro. Blake does it. He never lets me drive. I have to stay up with him because I don't want to die.
You ever go on
Blake?
You ever go on a road trip and you're going down the road and you get where you're going and you look up and you're like, holy shit, how did I get here?
Oh, yeah, all the time when it's just me and Rebecca. Like, how did I make it home that night? Just from driving so much. And because she'll fall asleep. She's not like me. She doesn't stay up with the person to make sure they're, like, awake. She just lays down and she's out.
You're a good man.
No, it makes the time go faster. Like, me and Blake, we went through New York City at, like, 3 o'clock in the morning that night, Thursday night. It was crazy.
You guys went through New York City?
New York City at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Wow, what was the traffic like?
It was great. Like, I really wanted to go to Casey Neistat studio, but no one was about
It's
that.
3 in the morning, though.
I was like,
He's not
let's
going to
do
be
it.
when you're going to be there going, hey, Casey,
We're going to film
you.
the outside of it. You were there, like, when in Rome.
Yeah, I know, but like, do it when you might
So-
be able to run into him. How cool would that be if you got him on film?
So when in Rome, go to Casey
Food for
Neistat
thought
at
for next
3 a.m. on an electric scooter and film.
Always next time.
Yes. Always.
Always.
The answer is always yes. We actually did go eat lobster rolls at the place he recommends in New London, Connecticut, where he used to have a vacation home. This isn't creepy at all, but the lobster rolls are really
They're good. They look good. I didn't go, but they look good.
Yeah. Hey, Whiteout, you made Father Michael blush.
Yeah, you did. So what happens when you have these Scots Irish genes? You have very pale skin there. Shows.
Yeah. And Bridget said, "Yay, pizza." One time Blake talked about pizza on stream, and someone left a really mean, hateful comment about him talking about pizza. And we're supposed to be professional, not talking about pizza, about paranormal activity. So,
People are mean.
yeah.
Generally speaking.
If you were given the chance, speaking of famous people, like
Sure.
Casey Neistat, 10 million subs, if you were given the chance to meet 3 famous people on Earth, live or dead, who would you pick?
Famous people.
Yeah, and you can hang out with them a day each. You just get like a 3-day weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Famous people.
Yeah. You can do whatever you want.
Do you
with
have
them.
3 already in mind?
Casey Neistat. Hold on, let's see who
If
else.
you're watching this, please reach out to Ethan. He's your biggest fan.
Let's just go. Let's
Casey Neistat.
let's see. Well, Casey Neistat,
Okay.
the next person.
Oh man, I thought you had 3 ready to go.
I was gonna say all YouTubers, but like, why that wouldn't be well rounded.
Variations of Spice
Yeah,
of
that's what I'm
Life,
saying.
Mr. Dort.
So Casey Neistat.
Okay.
So are you just like hi bye, or do you get to like sit down and have a drink?
No, a whole day, 3-day weekend. You go Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay, well mine would be Waylon, Post Malone, and AVE on YouTube.
That's so good, man.
Oh. Elon Musk would be one of
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
All right, so I'll just pick some random people.
Sure, do it.
All right, Casey Neistat, and just Julius Caesar, Alexander the Great.
Damn.
Let's just-
Okay,
random.
Napoleon, because I can relate. A little short.
yeah.
And Mozart. I love music. Any type of music, so Mozart would be one.
You good?
Yeah, name the 3.
Okay. All right. Whiteout said Plato, Tesla, and Da Vinci.
Plato, oh my God. You're a woman after my own heart. Why didn't I think of that? I'll be right back.
Speaking of music, Rammstein's got a new album coming out the 17th.
Yeah.
Only say that because I got it on pre-order.
Dude, I thought you were gonna say because you illegally downloaded it. I'm only saying that because I downloaded it last night.
No, I got it on pre-order.
Are you excited?
Yeah, man. Still trying to decide if I want to spend the money to get the Post Malone pop figure or not.
Do it. Live a little, man.
Since I'm literally the worst like stranger in the entire world, literally any of your fans are better than me. I can't even keep up with the podcast since I haven't done that in a while. When I'm mowing, I listen to the Beer Bongs and Bentleys album like 5 times in a row.
I like this song on the Spider-Verse soundtrack.
So
I
I
like
really
the Spider-Verse soundtrack.
I really need to get back on doing the podcast thing again so I can not listen to the same songs 200 times twice a week.
We moved on to the next
Okay.
question.
Not yet, but Whiteout said that she likes you too.
Oh, great. You like Plato. That's amazing. I love Plato.
Mr. Ramsey's here. Y'all can't
Mr.
see
Ramsey's
it.
great.
There it is. He's going to be on. Here, we can talk about upcoming stuff. He's going to be on May something. Let me look up the calendar.
Oh, God.
24th. May 24th. That's in 2 weeks. Next week, we're going to have Spooky Whispering on. So both those guys, like him and her, have been really great streams. It's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, last week in person, we met Mr. Reality and 4 Warnings in person. So we met 4 YouTubers now and have not died yet. Pretty cool.
I was gonna pull up Anchor and look because I ran over my phone a few weeks ago, so now I don't have my logins and I got to fix all that. But last I checked on Anchor, I'm wanting to say that Spooky and there was 2 others. I think one of the one you just said was one of the best podcasts we have on Anchor.
Oh, Pink Spooky was the Golden State Killer. That was a good one. I haven't even talked to Pink Spooky in a while. So, let's see. Questions.
Father Michael was heading up the Anchor there for a while.
Yeah, he had a couple good ones.
Yeah.
If you could change one bad quality about yourself, what would it be? I procrastinate a whole lot, so I would take that out.
I think I judge people too.
I have an unhealthy amount of fuck it. Like I'll just be in the middle of
anger, but I think that's a little more aroused.
Yeah. Michael's like a little Hulk. He will freak out on people.
No.
He's broken a pool stick over someone's back.
Yeah, well,
his best friend's back too. Not even a stranger.
Oh.
There's only going to be 3 things hitting me, hitting you, you hitting the floor, the ambulance hitting 60.
What?
Yeah, that's real. That's what he was basically saying. All because we took his phone. Whiteout, is it summer break for you? Do you get to celebrate that? Is that a perk? You really should come to Virginia, hang out. You have a fun time.
Oh, yeah.
Or eventually we'll come west. It's always a struggle. So, did you guys ever fail at something at school, in life, or anything? What's something you failed at?
I didn't finish college.
Yeah, but you were successful.
Yeah, you're pretty good, Jake.
And you started college before anyone.
Yeah, didn't you take college classes in high school?
Yeah.
For fun, you weirdo. Yeah.
What was something you failed at?
Having my life together.
God, that is dark.
It's all held together with little tiny strings. The fact that this stream was like 45 minutes to an hour late.
30 minutes.
Yeah. It's always rough. So,
jeez.
I think
Blake doesn't have the script yet for this week.
What did I feel at? Being very social.
Michael needs to get out more.
I never
Encourage
was
him.
social.
He needs to go get out.
I should have not listened. Me and everybody on the stream went to a pretty uptight religious school.
Can confirm.
They said it's a bit more social.
It's okay.
It's okay. I'm an adult now.
But I would say that of everybody who's probably ever gone to that school, like
what?
I would say of everybody who's probably gone to that school, we're probably still the closest.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
yeah,
We hang out.
definitely.
Why not? It's crazy.
Bar none.
I was at we were at Cameron's life, his wedding to his divorce. We're there. Who else has been through that already?
That's true.
I spoke to him today. He's doing really good. I was really glad to hear he was doing good.
That's really good.
I'm supposed to see him tomorrow. When are we going to hang out in real life, Jacob?
Yeah, no.
We need to. Hey, I was actually thinking about this earlier today. You remember last year we were scheduling the camping trip and then it got hurricaned out?
Yeah.
I was thinking we should try that again this fall with it not getting hurricaned out.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. I'm up for it anytime. Just let us know. Or you can come to my house. Or we could do the arcade meetup thing I said.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Have you heard of that arcade before?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, it's in Martinsville. It's all you pay $10. All you can play pinball. Like it's got a Family Guy bowling game. It's got racing games. It's got skee ball, and it's got laser tag.
Oh man, we should play laser
for
tag.
$10. And they have beer there.
Well, that sounds like a great time.
Beer.
Yeah. So
I can't wait. Where are we going?
we're up for it anytime. Like anytime you like any Saturday you can do it. I mean, if you want to spend like a half day, we could just meet y'all there. Or if you can spend the whole time, like we could go there and then you guys can come back to our house later.
Yeah, we'll have to plan that. That sounds like a good time.
Be fun.
Yeah,
For the strangers
I was going to say for the strangers that don't know, we had a camping trip planned last year, and it wound up getting hurricaned out, which was a direct the hurricane video was a result of that not happening, pretty much.
Yeah.
And we were like, we're still going to go. It's going to be fine. And like literally everybody that cared about us was like, no, don't go. And then the hurricane didn't happen. And everybody planned and prepared, and nothing happened. And then a couple weeks later, hurricane rolls through. Everybody's out of power for like a week and a half. Nobody knew.
Yeah, our whole basement here flooded. Like it was like 3 inches of water. Did like $3,000 worth of damage.
Yeah,
it's crazy. But that first storm closed everything down. Like we couldn't go to the park. We couldn't do anything. We had a boring weekend. No storm. And then, like, a few weeks later, no one's prepared. Like, some people in our town didn't have power for a week. And we live in the middle of the state where we're never affected by anything.
Yeah.
So.
Michael closed shop for us.
Yeah.
Nothing survived.
We did get a cool video by Jacob on how to survive a hurricane.
We did. Well, you did.
Yeah. But Mr. Reality... Oh, Mr. Ramsey, I'm struggling. I was going to say... He said something about the beard. I'm about to have to shave it. I had to compete with Mr. Reality's real life, and it didn't work at all. I have a little Vietnam beard, as Cameron said.
Did he really say that?
Do you think I'm clever enough to say that myself? I'm not that quick-witted.
I'm working on a Grizzly Adams beard.
Oh, yeah, you have an impressive beard. Yeah. But I'm glad Whiteout's here, and Mr. Ramsey. I'm really excited. Two of my favorites. I really did this stream just for the people here because we weren't here last week, and I'm like, I kind of feel bad because Blake couldn't do it, and I'm like, I want to do something. Luckily, Michael was up for it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, let's try to get Jacob. We haven't hung out with Jacob in a long time. He's a busy man, but let me just at least shoot him a message to see if it's a thing. And he said, okay. So what's the race thing you have to do tonight?
I don't know if I'm going to go or not. I just I do like a e-racing league thing every Friday night. We do dirt racing.
Yeah? On what? Is it like
late model race cars, like circle track race cars.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Is that on iRacing? What is it?
No, I want to do iRacing, but I haven't had time in my busy life to build my iRacing rig yet. So I'm just still using a controller, and iRacing is almost undrivable with a controller. So it's just on NASCAR Heat 3.
Oh, you got NASCAR?
Yeah, but I've got Heat 3, but like if you get on like the esports part of it, you'll never see anybody on. And it's because everything is broke up into leagues. So like if you want to race on Heat 3 online, you pretty much have to join a racing league.
I love NASCAR, man. It's like a real guilty pleasure. I'm all about it.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll go or not. I'm only like 5th in points or something like that.
You should do it. Live your dream, man.
No, I want to do iRacing. I've got a bunch of metal laying around, and a buddy of mine brought me a Kirky racing seat out of a super late model that he works on for a team. And I've got a door off of another super late model that I worked on for a team for a little bit. And I'm thinking I can put all this together and have like a mini late model cockpit. And I just need a wheel and some pedals.
I mean, that should be the easy part, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Should do it, man. I'd love to see that.
And I got to finish my boat first.
Man. He can literally do anything he puts his mind to. It's crazy the stuff you really are. Like talking about Da Vinci. Like give Jacob an idea. He'll fucking figure out how to do it. Like, oh, I'm gonna go edit this video now and make a YouTube thing better than
The
half the
man
people on
bought a
here.
huge ass generator and repaired it.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of that generator. Actually, I used it last weekend. Our power was
Oh
out.
yeah.
Yeah, our power was out for 2 days, and I was like,
Oh,
"Fuck it, I'm
man.
hooking a generator up."
Yeah, man. You're impressive. I wish I was that handy.
I wish I was too.
I'm lucky my house is still
It's-
standing.
I'm not special in any way, shape, or form. I'm just a dumbass. But what anybody could take away from shit that I've learned is don't be afraid to start something. So, like, if there's something that you want to do, like if you picture in your mind, I want this to be like this, go and do it. Like, just start. Whatever the first step is that's going to lead to you doing that, do that. And then after that step, figure out what to do next. And look it up, Google it, YouTube it. There's somebody that's done it. There's nothing new under the sun.
Yeah, I need to build a studio in my office, and I haven't done it yet. It's life goals. I don't even know where to start.
We could do that on a
We
weekend.
can start by soundproofing it.
I want to put one of those, like, wooded walls behind it in one spot.
They
I already
actually
got some lights set up.
they
I'm
say
gonna
Alright.
hang out
Yeah,
tomorrow.
yes.
You need to show me pictures of this.
they say the best
Wanna
thing
do
for
it.
soundproofing is to double. They
Oh,
say
that's something.
to double drywall for soundproofing. That it works really good if you double up 1/2-inch drywall, so that you've got like an inch thick of drywall. That does really good for soundproofing.
Yeah.
That's what they do at duplex, like apartments and stuff. When you've got like a house that's separated, is they have like 2 inches of drywall that separate.
Yeah, like what I want to do is have like 3 different setups, like the wooded wall to talk and film in front of. Then I already have a plain like kind of backdrop wall for another shot, and then I want to set up like a more like a professional looking background, kind of like Michael Scott and all of them, like Haunted Road Media. All of them have a cool like backdrop. So get that. So that we have 3 different spots to film in, whether it be like a video, live stream, or just different things on top of like anywhere else.
I wouldn't do that in your office. That'd be hard to explain when somebody comes over to sign a policy.
I mean, my home office, yeah. So we like my home office, like I don't even use. It's where I put shit where I don't need it, like my winter clothes, packages from Amazon that haven't opened yet or taken to the recycle bin yet. It's a process.
You recycle?
I do. I've been recycling lately. I've been saving the world 2019. That's actually been my new 2019 like New Year's resolution, been recycling.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Very commendable.
Blair's been doing, or Mrs. Seal, she's been doing the recycling thing lately, and I keep telling her not to bother because out at the plant that I'm working at, they've got, the cardboard dumpster, the wood dumpster, the paper dumpster, the general trash dumpster, the metal dumpster, and it's all separated. And I swear to God, one day this dump truck for the landfill comes in, grabs a wood dumpster, dumps it, grabs a trash dumpster, dumps it, goes over, gets the paper one, dumps it, gets the metal one, throws it in there, just mixes it all together.
That's what I hear about ours. Like people who supposedly work at the city have told me it all goes to the same place, into our dump. So I don't know. But Swamp Dweller's actually here. What's up? He said, "Mustache guy, I guess that's you." That's Father Michael.
I don't know.
He likes the Swamp Dweller. I got a Swamp Dweller shirt on. Here, finally, I'm actually wearing it when he showed up. That's impressive.
To quote the younger generation, that shirt is fire.
I almost wanted to say, message you, Swamp, and see if you wanted to be on May 31st. That's kind of a long ways away. I kind of thought about that.
Swamp on?
Yeah, he showed up in the chat.
Swamp, that shirt is awesome.
Yeah.
Send me one.
Gotta purchase it, man. How you have Swamp's blessings. He's got a check mark next to his name. That's almost God.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm impressed. Have you guys seen the It 2 trailer? Did you watch the first It, Jacob?
No, I don't really watch movies. I did just get Hulu, though, so I could watch Letterkenny.
Do you get the Spotify bundle?
Uh-uh.
You both?
I didn't know there was a
How much
thing.
is the bundle?
It's like $10, I think. It's actually a really good deal.
Huh.
Yeah, I think if you sign up through Spotify, you get the Hulu with ads. Does your Hulu have ads?
No.
Oh wow!
Oh, look at you, Mr.
Look
Fancy.
for the
Big
baller
spender.
package. Look at you.
That soggy seal money.
Yeah, some of us got to live the dream. White picket fence and whatnot.
Oh yeah,
Jacob, your view from your house is majestic.
it is.
You don't need a white picket fence. The view alone.
Jacob just wakes up to like a mountain view, the sound of a stream across the street.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah. Some coyotes in the woods behind his house. It's majestic. So, are you Swamp's dad?
No.
Who's Swamp Daddy?
No. Not the last time I checked.
Swamp, your Twitter game's impressive. You're always putting good tweets out. I wish I was that good at it. All our funny tweets are Blake. Way too stressed about that. Man. All right, question time. Are you guys talking about like Hulu and all that? Are you guys watching anything now? Like streaming?
I'm watching Black Sails.
Is it good?
Well, when it first came out, I didn't really like the first season, but I talked to a friend of mine and he kind of said it gets a lot better, and it surely does. So I'm in I just finished the second season. There's 4 seasons, so it's pretty fun. It's a pretty fun time. If you've ever read Treasure Island and you liked it, you'll probably like Black Sails. Pirates.
I don't like it because Spartacus got canceled for Black Sails.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not bad though. It's not bad. You ought to watch it if you ever see it on a streaming service. So,
Oh man, Michael Scott's here. Michael
oh
Scott.
my God,
He's impressive. Congratulations on
Everybody's
12,000 subs. If you haven't subscribed, check him out. And Mr. Ramsey and Swamp Dweller. Everyone here. I'm a terrible person for not even saying that to begin with. But 12,000 subs. Definitely the most professional YouTuber I've met in real life. Like, seen you pop in and out of character. I hate that into the battleship. Just didn't know. I wasn't a believer. I don't know. I think I would have messed up everything, all the evidence that you got. So, all right. Let me see what's going on in the chat. Only if Ethan fights me first. I'll just ball up in a corner. Just let you just wail at me.
No, Ethan used to be in a fight club.
Oh, you get drunk and hit each other? I don't know how real the fight club that is. Yeah, maybe if we just get drunk and hit each other, Swamp Dweller. Film it for Pornhub. Yeah. Add some kinky sound effects to it. Yeah. But White House said July is going to be an epic day in my life. I'm going to Comic-Con on July 4th.
oh my God,
Days of awesomeness.
that sounds like.
What's something you guys like? What's a dream thing you would do this summer? If you could do anything, what would you do?
Repeat that again.
Like, what's your dream thing you would do this summer? Like, if you could do anything this summer, what would it be? Ultimate summer trip.
A lot of things I'd like to do. Do you have any? You're going to Italy.
I am going to.
So
If I was going something, if I was going to go hard, if I could do a dream, I'd make it a month thing. Go to Italy, Croatia, Greece, see everything. Get immersed with the culture.
oh, man,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind doing that. There's so much like nice art there.
Yeah.
Like Florence, Rome.
Oh, we're going to Florence, Rome.
Oh man, I envy you
Those
so
are the
bad.
guaranteed places.
The Vatican alone, just with its art, is amazing. Its architecture.
Holy shit, Will's here too.
Everybody's here
Yeah, we just
tonight.
we need to have Will on our stream.
You know. Sorry,
Fucking
Blake.
terrible. Yeah, but what's up,
Sorry.
Will? Miss you, man. I need to do something in South Carolina. Actually, in Polly's Island, when we filmed the Pelican Inn, they actually like messaged us on YouTube, like left a comment, like saying they watched the video and really liked it. I thought they were gonna let us go film there, but they ended up just calling us. And I talked to the lady on the phone. She was super nice. She was like, "We don't let people do paranormal investigations there because we still have our kids stay here, and they get really scared at the inn because they have crazy things happen to them, so they don't want to stir up anything. But we learned about your channel because a producer from Ghost Hunters sent us an email wanting to film here and talk about it similar to this YouTube video. And that was pretty cool.
Huh,
Yeah.
that's
So
awesome.
some producer from Ghost Hunters is trying to rip off our content.
Huh. Better have my money.
Yeah, basically. I want to get an executive producer role on Ghost Hunters. Let me build an IMDb profile.
I've got a question for you two. What is your favorite video on the Strangest?
My favorite. I like the New Orleans video, the abandoned New Orleans video, because that's the one that's doing the best. But like my favorite that I made is probably goes Iceland, Hinterkaifeck maybe. The ones where I've really like written and filmed a lot of it, did the editing. I like the video we just did, like the abandoned one. It was a story that I had like. I didn't really do it for like views or anything. It's like a cool story that didn't really fit anywhere else that I found, and we filmed it, so might as well release it. And it's only a 4-minute video, so that was cool. What about you, Michael?
Oh, that's easy. Anyone that had any video that had Father Michael. In particular, when we did the first was it box reveal? Whoever won the special one, that was a fun.
Oh, that thing was so cool. Yeah, the box moving around. Yeah, that was great.
It's always fun to do some acting.
That was literally Blake under the table shaking the table.
It was great. At first, the idea was to don't judge us, but we put Sassy, his dog, in the box, and we thought she would kind of like rattle and grr, and it would offer like a good sound effect to it, but she just didn't.
She just sat there.
She's such a good girl.
She didn't even care. She's like, I'm going to chill in this box.
So Blake had the bright idea to just get in there, and he did a great job. So that was a fun time.
I think my favorite thing was kicking Michael off my front porch.
Doesn't involve me. The Hinterkaifeck one's really good.
You were in it.
I was.
Yeah, you're in the kitchen scene, and actually the other one.
I am in that one, so that's another. I wasn't Father Michael though.
Yeah,
I was an extra.
Yeah, Jacob said he liked kicking you off the porch.
That was epic.
I felt so bad.
That was kind of an odd video.
I have never felt so bad.
It was definitely fun because Jacob gets to kick me. So, Jacob, did you feel bad about kicking me?
I felt horrible. I've literally never felt worse.
No, it's okay. I was planning to like when you kicked me and I was expecting to roll further down the hill than I actually did. So, but
whatever happened to the video where like the day in the life of Father Michael where he gets
on Patreon,
does a lot of
that.
I'll send you it.
That's a fun time.
Oh, that video is hilarious.
We probably release those videos together.
That was a fun time.
Like on the Strangest.
We actually have an idea for another video.
I do. I wrote a script for it. We haven't filmed it.
I've had some ideas too, but we just haven't.
I forgot I did that.
Yeah.
I come up with Father Michael ideas in the shower, and I'll just like fucking write them out right after.
Ethan's been really busy. So.
Sounds like Father Michael needs to be in the shower.
He still lives.
Yeah. Man. All right, let's see. Catch up on the chat real quick. Why'd I like the abandoned video? I'm really glad. Glad you guys could just hang out tonight. It was fun. Really wanted to do this. Got some really good friends. Really excited. And glad Mr. Ramsey could be here. Because I really struggle at showing up at people's live streams. Whenever I'm watching someone's live stream, like I don't know what to say. Like I watched Amy's Crypt's premiere video of the Catacombs video. I didn't even say anything in a chat. Like try to promote our channel by being in the chat because I didn't know what the fuck to say. But that was a really cool video. That was one of my favorites that came out recently. So if you haven't seen Amy's Crypt Paris Catacombs video, check that out.
I think as a creator, that would be a weird place to be where you're trying to comment on somebody's channel and like at the same time be like, look at my channel. But at the same time,
people do it all the time.
But at the same time, you don't want it to come across as look at my channel because then that makes you horrible.
Yeah. That's why a lot of times I don't say anything at all. Or I'll just say like something like contribute and then never really like say anything else. So I don't want to be like trying to force myself in the conversation. It's cool though. It's cool when people show up. It's really cool just the whole community in general that people will share stuff. Yeah. It's like a lot more easygoing than I ever thought it would be. So, here's a fun question. Alcohol related.
Mm.
What's your favorite beer, liquor, wine? I'll go first.
Sure.
My favorite beer is Yingling. My favorite liquor is either Sailor Jerry for rum or Jim Beam Black for bourbon. My favorite wine is Moscato, even though it gives me heartburn. It's just aren't
I'll say, well, you all know my favorite beer is Yingling by far, and then liquor. I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna say Jim Beam Black or regular Jim Beam, or if I want something different, Sailor Jerry's. I mean, that's just the best stuff in the world, either Sailor Jerry's or Jim Beam. And
makes
then
you feel good.
yeah, well, not Sailor Jerry's. That'll ruin your whole weekend. But
He's not a captain for a reason.
the dude doesn't have credentials, okay? But I would say wine, any kind of port wine. I really like port wine a lot. Which is
my headphones.
Port wine is basically just like bourbon in wine form. So, oh
Man.
Oh, that's bad. But yeah, port wine's great. If you've never tried it, try it. There's two kinds. There's a ruby and a tawny, I think is what they call them. I believe the ruby is the sweeter and the better one of the two. But yeah, port wine's wonderful. Let's cut back to what? Oh, where are they going? Ah, they did it again. I bet they left me here. Michael.
Sorry for leaving you hanging. It's because my phone's making a noise and it's going to cause a double echo. I'm about to have it fixed. Sorry, you guys. This is only professionalism at the finest.
That's
technical difficulties. I'm back.
okay.
All right. Yeah, but Vidith is here. What's up, Vidith? Struggling.
Pro
I need
strats.
to have you on sometime. Yeah. Yeah, sorry for all that noise. I appreciate everyone who's hung in here so far. It's been a fun night. But time to make the donuts. Fixed me. All right. So you guys, let's see what it is. Oh yeah, here you go. Kill, fuck, marry. All right, Jacob. Kill, fuck, marry. Me, Michael, or your wife, Blair.
How does this work? You have to explain.
You just pick. You
Yeah,
can say marry Blair again because you're already married, but kill, fuck, marry.
Well, yeah,
Pick one.
I would marry Blair again.
Oh, that's sweet.
That's sweet.
And then I got to do you two, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's. I don't like the position you put me in here.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Just kill me.
You know what? I would marry you two as well because I love you guys. You guys are great.
That's sweet.
We would have like some type of big. I don't remember the word for it, but like a big. This is going downhill quick. Save me.
Yeah. I would do if it was kill, fuck, marry, like Michael, Rebecca, and Jacob. I'm tempted to say kill Rebecca for that life insurance money and all that, but let's see.
Oh my God, that's.
I know. I'd have to marry Rebecca because she would kill me. Yeah, marry Rebecca.
There you go.
Yeah, even that it's tempting. Then I would just kill us all so we could live happily ever after.
Oh, my Lord.
What would you do?
Oh, I would just commit to seppuku and let everybody live. So there you go.
That.
That's my favorite Cards Against Humanity.
All right, what's a decision that you've made that's affected your life the most?
Grad school. That's not one here.
Dropping out of grad school.
Yeah, that's affecting.
That's a little too real.
Yeah, well, you asked the question, so you get an answer.
I would say.
What about you?
Dating Rebecca, because that like literally set my
Oh,
life.
look at this.
Like it went.
Jeez,
Really
you're not
supercharged my
proud,
life. No, I really did. It literally took it. It was amazing. So.
Somebody's trying hard.
I know. She's changing her beneficiary now, so I have to suck up.
Oh, man.
Yeah. All right. What about you, Jacob?
Probably when I put into work for Cat. I didn't really want to or consider it, and I had been on a job with a couple guys who were at the local Cat place, and they came down to do something on a machine I was working on. And I just, in passing, I've known these guys for years, and I just, in passing, asked them, man, where are y'all hiring? And they're like, oh, just go online, email them, whatever. And I wasn't even going to do it. And then Blair was like, no, you should at least do it. Just do it. And I'd looked for a couple other jobs and hadn't really had much success. And then they called me the very next day. They were like, when can you be in for an interview? I'm like, tomorrow? What are you talking about? So that's pretty much changed my life entirely. I moved for it, and it's...
You make the money for it. Living the life, Jacob. Jacob has a house, a boat, a dog. What more can he want?
For the record, my boat is a John boat from 1993. So I'm not out here like Post Malone with Lamborghini doors on my yacht or something,
But you could be. You're getting there. You're a step closer than most people.
You wait till I
stepping
figure out how to
stones.
build them Lamborghini doors.
All right.
All right, you guys, what was the first time you ever tasted alcohol ever?
What was the question?
First time you tasted alcohol ever?
It was a couple years back, a New Year's party. I had champagne.
It was the worst champagne.
It was grapefruit champagne. I didn't even pay attention to it.
It was the most disgusting champagne you'd ever taste.
Grapefruit is so deceiving because it looks so good and it tastes.
Don't ever get grapefruit champagne.
Yeah.
That's surprising because, like, for years I wanted to get Michael drunk and he wouldn't even try.
Yeah. No butthole, no glory.
Wow.
My first time I drank was actually here in this building. I was really like uptight about not supposedly drinking like Father Michael, except I still drank it like when I was like 16 or something like that, 17. I was like, I'm gonna drink. So Will's here. My friend Ryan, I was like, all right, we'll get a drink. So we had alcohol here, and he poured me a glass of like bourbon that we had here, Wild Turkey 101. It was like a cup full of it. He's like, here, just drink this. I drank the whole thing, which was a lot. Like looking back at it, I guess like it wasn't like drunk, but I got a really, really good buzz off of it, and that was fun. And then the next time I drank, I got like did tequila shots, gin, and some rum, and that was a fun time. So, and then we did this like real weird kick of like drinking some orange flavored gin with orange juice. Don't ever do that, but that was like $5 a bottle. So that was like some alcoholic level stuff, but it was affordable. What about you, Jacob?
I don't know. I mean, like I'd had beer on and off when I was way young, hanging out with family and stuff, just
You just let you drink that?
I just like working in the shop. It's just a thing, just like, oh, here, you want a beer? Sure. But like the first time I ever drank a lot was actually on the job, and probably shouldn't go into that. But I think I was like 16 and went out of town to go work on a boring rig. It was broke down while they were making a bore, and we went to put a transmission in it. And the job boss at the time asks the boss of the shop that I was working for, he's like, hey, you want anything before we go back to the motel? And he's like, yeah, a case of beer. Job boss comes back with a case of beer. I couldn't believe it.
Just go hard, man. Just drink it all. What kind of beer was it? Was it good beer or was it some real
Oh, I
shitty
don't
beer?
remember. I'm sure it was Coors Light or something like that.
Yeah. No, like I didn't like beer for the longest time because every time I'd have it, it would be like Bud Light. It'd be fucking disgusting. So
what's
we're just shaking this table over here, just getting on the microphone.
What's the number one drunkest you ever been in your life without throwing up?
Without throwing up, that is a curveball. How am I supposed to know that?
Super Bowl party. Drank a lot of tequila. Probably shouldn't have driven home.
Michael, you're not supposed to admit that.
Yeah, no.
You're not supposed to drink and drive. We would all drive you.
Don't you insure
You
my
guys made me
vehicle?
mad and I left.
Why did we make you mad about?
I'm not going to talk about it because I'm not going to reverse that to the past. These guys, I love them to death, but they're awful. They're awful.
I love you, Michael, even though you don't like me. Michael's hating.
Especially this one.
I've had this thing going for like 12 years that Michael doesn't like me.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't like Jacob?
Whatever.
It's a running meme.
Yeah, it's a running meme. It's a picture of me and it says, I don't think Michael likes me.
Why is that?
I don't know.
I don't know, like what the drunkest I've been without throwing up. It was definitely the drunkest I have been was the time where Jacob did tuck me in the bed, got me to my house after I threw up so much, and I woke up the next morning, and that was a blessing. So,
Count your blessings.
oh, actually, I do know. The drunkest I've been without throwing up was my fucking wedding. I should have thrown up that night. I got way too drunk.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Trash. He was taking people's clothes off.
Can
It was-
confirm.
Jacob, who's on the stream, lost his shirt.
It was a fun night, though.
I
I played golf real that morning. I did throw up that morning. I had to pull over and just fucking dry heave in a parking lot. It wasn't really dry. It was like a couple of throw ups, but it wasn't like what I needed. I should have done that like fucking midnight that night, and I would have been a lot better
I
off.
felt
put,
so
like,
bad for you.
gel in my hair.
Casey and I
so
said
bad.
it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was this close to confessing his true feelings towards me. And then he just put hair gel in my hair. Whatever.
Yeah. Rebecca said I don't love her. That's why I got so drunk. I actually got so drunk because I have this problem where if you meet me in real life and there's alcohol, I want to do a shot with you.
Yeah.
And if you put me in a room full of all the people I love in my life, that's a lot of shots to do with people. And that's what happened that night. That is a true story.
I felt so bad for you when you all left. Oh my god. You were trashed.
So,
Oh my god.
what's the drunkest you've been, Jacob, without throwing up?
I don't know.
Shop life,
What?
racing team. Jacob, you've lived so many lives, man.
I've
You can write stories down.
I've been drunk a lot in the paddock at VR, but I don't know. Probably it would be one of the many times that I've hung out with my in-laws and drunk a lot. There's a lot of people that like out in the world that hate their in-laws, but my in-laws love the shit out of me, and I love the hell out of them, and it's great because they're all the time looking at their daughter like, "Don't you fuck this up."
I would like to party with Blair's family.
Oh,
Like
they
seeing
go-
them at the wedding.
They
They're
go
like
hard.
fucking vampires, man. They were like so youthful.
That's one way to describe it. Wow.
But no, her dad seems awesome. Your dad is awesome too, Jacob. I'd like to party with your dad.
Yeah, he's cool.
Let's just all get the families together and get real drunk one weekend.
Yeah, I want to do another cookout. I really do want to do that and have everybody up. But at the same time, I want to try Hurricane Camping Part 2.
We could do it.
They definitely do
That's
it.
stuff to film. I got camping stuff now.
Cameron will probably be able to go.
Yeah, he's lost
Now
all
that
that dead
he's-
weight.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mr. Ramsey said, "Why don't they sell hot dogs at McDonald's?"
I mean, that's a great question.
We
I've
could
often
discuss
asked
that.
that myself.
I feel like a McDog would be too cliche.
There's got to be at least one that sells them, right?
Most likely,
It
there's
does
one
something
somewhere.
totally different. Like up north, they have the McLobster, right? Is
Yeah.
that a thing?
Yeah.
So there you
Man.
go. There's got to be somewhere that sells
Our-
McDogs,
Yeah,
dogs.
our Burger King sold hot dogs for a while, and never did I ever get a Burger King hot dog.
I did.
Was it
It
good?
was all right.
We got a
We
place
need
up
that
here
hot
in
dog.
Botetourt called Top Dog that's really good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you get on your hot dogs?
I'm a mustard and chili guy, but at Top Dog, though, they got sauerkraut on their hot dogs, which is cool because you never find any place around here that has sauerkraut on hot dogs.
I just like chili.
That's it.
If chili or ketchup.
No mustard?
Sometimes no mustard. I really hate mustard. Like, it's too bitter. Like, I had mustard. Here's a fun story. This week, I somehow left my phone at the office, and Rebecca was going to call in food at this restaurant that closed at 8. I was pushing it on time. It was Tuesday night. So I left here, and I'm like, the time is way too late. I don't have my phone. I did have my broken phone. Like, it has a crack in it. It's real busted. So I get on the Wi-Fi at Walmart, and I use Discord to tell Rebecca, I'm like, call the food in. Let's go. But I get off the Wi-Fi. I go to pick it up. And I'm like, oh, it's under Ethan, Rebecca, or Dorton or something. I don't know what she called in under. She's like, did you have this? I'm like, no, there should have been a cheeseburger in there. They're like, we ran out of cheeseburgers. I'm like, oh, well, that's probably my order. So I pay for it and get home. And she's like, I never placed the order because they didn't have cheeseburgers and you never answered me. So I just got to eat someone else's food. And there was mustard on that hot dog. And I powered through it.
Powered through it.
Yeah. It was good.
You never liked mustard, ever.
It's just bitter.
Wow.
I can't do it.
I like
I'm
honey
not judging
mustard.
you.
I thought you knew that because I only like certain honey mustard where it's more honey than mustard.
Oh,
You don't even know me, man.
I don't. I've been with you for a long time.
Yeah.
Bad friend.
So
what's the nicest thing a stranger's ever done for you? And
Oh.
I say this because I've got a really, really good story to go with this. But you guys, nicest thing a stranger's ever done for you.
I meant this. Like, there's this thing in our office where it's a picture of me as a kid, and I was taking a flight one time, and my grandpa started talking to the pilot, and he let me like get in the pilot's seat and took my picture and like sent my family this letter saying I'm like a junior captain thing, and we have it like hung up in our office and everything. And I hate flying now, but back in the day I was like all about like wanting to be a pilot. Talk about it in the Frederick Valentik video. But it's a really cool thing to be up there, see everything up close. And we didn't know that guy. My grandpa just started talking to him, and that was a pretty sweet thing. And now I still hate flying. Fuck flying.
Now, flying back in the day was different.
Yeah, it was an experience.
What about you, Michael?
Okay, so I used to teach a Sunday school class at my church. Okay. And it had kids in there. Well, actually, it was like a vacation Bible school class. And when it was over, a couple weeks later, I got a couple letters from the kids' parents saying how much they appreciated me as a teacher and how much they really enjoyed it. So I thought that was kind of nice.
That's really
Not
thoughtful.
super nice, but you know, it's whatever.
That's really thoughtful.
Let's hear your story, Jacob.
Well, mine was pretty much just an instance of me being out of money and not knowing it. But we were in Curacao, and I feel like now thinking about this, it's probably extremely petty for me to say this is the nicest thing anybody's ever done for me. But I'm not really out in public a lot to be around a bunch of strangers, so this may very well be the nicest thing somebody I didn't know did for me, or if they did, I didn't know about it. I don't know, but anyway, we were in Curacao. And the boat we were on was like docked early in the day in Curacao and didn't leave until like 11 at night. So you had all day and into the night in Curacao. And we were coming back through to the port area really late at night. And there was a cigar place over to the side. And I smoke cigars sometimes. And one of my favorite cigars in the world is a Cohiba. Like everybody else in America, I get the Dominican ones because you can't get the Cuban ones. But the Dominican Cohibas are great. And I was like, well, let's stop in this cigar shop. And I had in my mind how much money we had left because I'd been, keeping up with it as we were shopping our way through, going back to the boat. And so we go in the cigar shop, and yeah, they got Cuban cohibas because it's next to Venezuela. They don't have an embargo or anything on them. So I pick out this, this cigar, and I go to pay for it, and just reach in my wallet and pull out what I had because in my mind, that's what I'd already counted down from our shopping as having left, and it was the right amount. And I handed it to the lady, and she turns around, and she's like, "Oh no, you shorted me." And I'm like, "What?" And I feel awful, right? Like I feel so bad. I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'll just have to get something different then." And I was short like $8 or $9 or something like that. And this guy sitting at the bar watching soccer on TV turns around and picks up the last like $8 or whatever. And it just meant the world to me. And I still have it in my desk drawer in a humidor right here beside me right now. And I'm not going to smoke that son of a bitch until it's like a really good reason.
Damn, Jacob. That's awesome. It's a really cool story. That's some.
But the guy, he turns around to me and this was like, I don't know if it was like the most gangster moment in the world or anything, but like what he said to me made an impact to me to this day because it's changed how I look at people in certain situations. Because he turns around and the guy says to me, he says, "We all come up short sometimes."
Yeah.
And
that's like a moment from a book or a movie. It's like a crossroads in life.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, it's changed how I think about people, like in certain situations.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because, like in that instance, you're in a foreign port. You're not going to take your debit card with you. That thing will get stolen or something. So I just had the cash that was on me. And
yeah, one time we were in Nassau most recently, where we were going to like the Atlantis water park, and apparently they don't take cash there; they only take cards. But they kept saying there's a travel advisory in Nassau because so many people are getting mugged. So I just took like a bare minimum amount of cash and not my cards or like wallet or anything because I didn't want to get mugged. And then they didn't tell us they only take cards. It's like they should tell people that when they're telling people to be careful with their money because cards.
yeah,
I don't want to replace my cards if I don't have to.
yeah, really.
Yeah.
No, Curacao is probably the best place on planet Earth. I love Curacao. The people there are wonderful. The place is beautiful. And that guy said everybody comes up short and he was going to make up for it. So
Yeah.
Curacao, happiest place on the planet.
Well, let me catch up on the chat. Whiteout said she's a hot dog racist. Gotta be a certain way, yo. I like only Jesse Jones hot dogs. I'll eat
hell
others,
yeah.
but Jesse Jones are the main ones I like. So, like, I have to be in a really weird mood to eat other hot dogs to give it a chance. Mr. Ramsey said, pretty much, I don't know what that means. There's a bomb, a brain explosion, and Bitis said, "Sorry, I dipped in. I'm at work at the moment." Well, keep working, keep hustling. And Whiteout's a longtime fan of Mr. Ramsey. I'm a longtime fan of Mr. Ramsey. His voice is sexy. Did you do an intro for another channel, like a girl narrator? I don't remember her name. I was watching videos today, and it sounded like Mr. Ramsey like introduced the video. I was like, "Is this a dude that sounds just like him?" And then went into a girl narrator's voice. It was like an autoplay. So,
Which one's the Australian one? Is that
that's
Ramsey or
Mr. Reality.
Yeah, he's cool.
Mr. Ramsey's Scottish.
Oh, he's cool too.
Yeah, I met Mr. Reality on this weekend. Real life.
He come to the States?
Yeah, he's in Boston right now.
Oh, that's super cool.
It is. Yeah, Mr. Ramsey said Madam Raven. Yeah, I watched her video today. Or whatever. It was pretty cool. I hadn't seen her before. It was really cool, your intro you did. See, I watch people's content. I don't even think I commented on that video. Didn't even go for the, like, hey, I'm the strangest. Subscribe to us. Yeah.
How do you two motivate yourself to get out of bed in the morning?
Every day is a battle, and today I'll conquer. That's my favorite phrase. But lately this week, I've really struggled coming off of like when we were on the road trip, my sleep schedule really changed because we got to bed so late and we'd wake up at like 10 or 11. Like I'm used to going to bed at 10 or 11 and waking up at 5 or 6. So like adjusting to it this week was really hard.
Yeah.
And Michael, see, I struggled at work. Everything just hit the fan. It sucked.
He didn't struggle.
No, this week
He just had some tough cases.
been really incoherent. Like I haven't been. I felt like I've had really bad ADD. Like I've been like half-assing everything.
Happens to everybody.
Yeah. How do you motivate yourself?
Oh man, that's a great question. Here's the thing. I don't try to think about it too much because I think thinking is sometimes your greatest ally and your worst enemy. So for me, I just try to get lost in the action of the moment, and that helps me. You know, I try not to think about it too much. It's just wake up, do what you got to do, and repeat. You know, whatever's working, keep doing it. Don't try to psychoanalyze it or anything. Just keep doing it. You'll know if you're doing it right because everybody else will be commenting on it, like, "Oh, good job, you're doing this right," whatever. Or you might feel better. Just keep doing it.
Do you have an overarching goal you're leading towards? Marching towards?
Man, you're asking questions that are tough. I used to know exactly what I wanted to do, but now it's kind of like since not being in school and then working a job that I never thought I'd end up working in.
You work for me.
I know.
You're gonna appreciate it.
I know. I'm infinitely grateful. I really am. But working in a different field, it's kind of like a time to kind of maybe rediscover some other aspect of you didn't really realize you had. Because my whole life, I really thought I was just a one-trick pony with like anything liberal arts related. I really loved writing papers, reading books, having discussions. But being a little more analytical with business stuff is kind of fun too.
And now you're a salesman.
Yeah, sales is kind of tricky, but business is really interesting. But you just kind of have to find your corner in business. It's like you have to find your corner in any other academic field and just kind of pursue it. So I kind of have an interesting idea of like where that might be, but I'm still.
You're an agent. You're a consultant.
Yeah,
you provide for people's financial needs.
Sure, try to help them
protect
every day
their
of the week.
assets.
Yeah, try to every day.
I think Ethan said that once or twice before.
So.
What's up? So how do you motivate yourself, Jacob?
I'm the kind that the alarm clock goes off every morning at 5 o'clock, and I wake up and I open my eyes and I go, "Oh, it's another day. Son of a bitch!
I'm not dead yet. Still have to suffer."
That's good.
But what Michael was saying about like where you find yourself in life, I have a theory on this, and I believe firmly, and I've seen it time and time again. You do not choose what you do. What you do chooses you. It seems to me that like the place you find yourself in life, it just happens, and that's what you do.
Do you think everything's predestined?
I wouldn't say everything's predestined, but I know I didn't choose what I do. I don't know anybody who set out and said, "I want to do exactly this right here." Well, I guess there are those people out there, but the vast majority of us in the world didn't say, "This is what I'm going to do." I mean, when I started working on equipment, I didn't know a thing in the world about anything, and I didn't want to do this. You know, my dad said, I was off school for the summer when I was 14 and a half. He said, "You're going to go to work." And I said, "I don't want to." He said, "You're going to." And that's that. And then when it came to get a full-time job, I just did what I knew how to do. It was the only skill set I had. So, and you look at like where it is today, it just chooses you.
Yeah. This whole idea, the luck quote I say, Michael's heard it, is luck is just when opportunity meets preparation. So if you have like the skill set, you're just waiting for the opportunity. So you just have to be the right place at the right time. But your job is to prepare yourself for that when it happens.
That's like you two. I can guarantee you two are better with people than I will ever be.
Oh, whatever. I struggle. I'm horrible. I get nervous like texting people. Like you would literally ask. Like I talked about how we met 4 YouTubers. Like I guarantee you, all 4 of them didn't think they thought we would flake out and not meet them because I'm so bad at communicating to them. So I'm like waiting to the last minute to plan stuff. Michael's just, I kind of have this idea where I have a set of things that are going to happen in my head, but I don't really communicate those to other people. And I just expect other people to know this is going to how it's going to happen, and it's going to work out in the end.
Like when you answer for the table?
Yeah, exactly when I answer for the table at a restaurant.
This is also coming from the guy who's all about efficiency.
Yeah.
Communication helps things become more efficient.
I know.
I'm so bad with people, I will not leave a voicemail. If I call you and I get your voicemail, I will not leave you a message because I'm too afraid I'll fuck it up.
Really? You can delete them usually at the end, and you can like redo it sometimes.
I have definitely messed up a voicemail. Just working here, just saying something stupid, and when I hang up the phone, I'm like, "You idiot! What did you say?"
And my anxiety is so bad that if I fucked up a voicemail, I would have to friend that person on Facebook. Well, I'd have to make a Facebook, friend that person on Facebook, find out who they are, and then go explain why I fucked up that message. Like I don't do people.
Yeah. You know, I was gonna say, like, one time on our, like, insurance wise, I left a really long voicemail when I first started out, and it was for like a really nice house. I was really like amazed by the house because I never not had insured a house like that before. I like talk about in the voicemail like how much I like the house, and then like tell them to call me back. And when I hang up, I'm like, that's actually sounded really creepy. About me just talking about their house, and I didn't get the sell, even though I think we had a really good price on it. I think I just came across as like a creeper.
A little too strong.
So, yeah, it came on too strong.
Yeah.
Blew the load early.
Have you seen the Little Dicky video and song "Save That Money" where he makes the best rap video he can make without spending any money?
Yeah, dude, his videos are really good. Like, I love watching his music videos.
Yeah, that was
That's
great.
impressive.
He just called around. Hey, can I borrow your mansion for 15 minutes?
Dude, that'd be a fun time. Right, let me catch up on the chat. Anything? White House said, I'm a forever fan of The Strangest. I appreciate that. I'm really glad you're here.
Means
I've
a
really
lot.
missed you. No, White House is awesome. It's really sad when we don't see like normal people comment if they disappear for a little while. Like, I hadn't seen you in a while, but I'm glad you're here. Vidis said, have you guys ever had any paranormal experiences outside of filming for the channel? And Rebecca said, Ethan has in our house. Hopefully he'll talk about it. I mean, I've told this story before on stream. It was like 2 years ago. We hadn't been in the house that long. We had Sassy, our dog. She always wakes me up to go out. Go to take her out. And it was like at the weird time, like 4 or 5 in the morning. She usually gets up at that time. But Rebecca gets up around 6:30. So I didn't want to disturb her because it's been like a late night or whatever. So I'm like, I'm kind of up. I'm going to take the dog. Took her out, and I take her back to our living room couch, and we're just laying there. The dog's like on my chest and looking out over me. And we hear this noise, and our house always makes a lot of noises, and Blake's had his own experience at our house, but it makes noises. It creaks. It's not that old. It was built in the 80s, but it still will make these strange noises. We hear this noise down the hallway where the bedrooms are. I don't think much of it. I think like the air's cutting on or something. But the dog, you know, she starts kind of freaking out. Like she's knows something's up. She's not barking or anything, but she's like attent. She's like ready to pounce. And I'm facing this way and she's facing towards the hallway. And all of a sudden we start hearing a couple noises. It almost sounds like something's like walking down the steps. And as the noise gets closer, the dog's hair starts like standing up. She starts freaking out more, but she's still not like really freaking out. Well, then once it gets into the kitchen down the hallway, you can't really hear it making noise. But I can see the fucking eye. Like I'm looking at the dog, and I can see her eyes following something from the hallway through the kitchen to the bedroom. I mean, not the bedroom, to the outside door. And on the outside door, we have like bells to let the dog out. And the dog follows it. Her hair's standing up on the back of it, and she starts doing a low growl the closer it gets to me. Because like when it's right behind me where the door is, that's when she's like freaking out the most. Then all of a sudden, the bells on the door fucking hit the the door, ring, and then the dog just sits back down, the hair goes flat, and she just is all calm after. Like, so it's like something had walked from one bedroom down the hallway through the kitchen and then just out our door at like 4 o'clock in the morning. So
Wow, you just made me scared.
and that's really the only experience that Blake talked about, like a similar thing happening when he was in the basement of our house late at night with the dogs. So
I swear, I think dogs like have this connection.
yeah. Hold on. Mandy said hello from West Virginia. We've been to West Virginia a lot. We were just in West Virginia this week. So that was cool. We were there on Monday. I really want to go to Harper's Ferry.
I've worked in West Virginia a bunch.
Yeah, you have. Like Princeton or where else?
Yeah, Bluefield, Princeton, that area.
There's this abandoned amusement park or fair in West Virginia that people always say is like one of the most haunted places in America, and it's not that great. I was going to try to Google it. I can't pull it up. It's like called. I filmed a little bit there, and it's really disappointing what it looks like. But I'll see it show up on like haunted lists of America a lot. Have you heard of it? A place in West Virginia, an abandoned amusement park.
No.
It's like a fair, really. It's like a really. The only thing left is like swings. It's literally when I was typing in abandoned amusement park, it comes up in Google abandoned amusement park in West Virginia, like it already knows. It's called Lake Shawnee. Like the main thing that's left is like these swings. I don't know if you can see this. Oh. But it was like a swampland when we went there because it had just rained and we couldn't really get over there. Oh, it's got a Ferris wheel too, apparently. I think I saw that too.
I bet the Greenbrier would be a good video.
Oh, definitely. It'd be really cool. I'd like to go. An insurance company we represent is having a Greenbrier competition to go there. So I'm trying to maybe win a trip there. I doubt we'll win it, but that'd be pretty cool.
If you go hit up the Briar Patch, it's a local bar in Lewisburg. Yeah.
It has that underground
bunker.
Yeah, bunker. Yeah. Be fun. Well said. Yeah, I think they put in Fallout 76. Yeah, with the Mothman's Flatwoods Monster. I don't know, Mothman's in there. Flatwoods Monster's in there. We did a video on that.
Yeah, the Mothman videos were really cool.
Yeah.
I'd seen the movie. The movie like a few years back, but y'all's videos on it were really good.
Yeah. Oh, the park in West Virginia is on there. I didn't know. Is it creepy in the game? Because in real life, they make it sound on the internet like it's the creepiest thing ever, and it's not that creepy.
Where's that?
Lake Shawnee. It's near Princeton and all that because it's near where, like, my family. I have a lot of family that's in West Virginia, and we have our family reunions there. And we went to Lake Shawnee, our last one, and I filmed it. But there wasn't really anything worthwhile like to make a video of it because it's kind of lame.
Yeah, just an abandoned amusement park.
It's not even that. It literally looks like if I made it like it looks like what did Michael Jackson name his stuff? Neverland? The Neverland Ranch. It literally looks like that, abandoned in 100 years. Like someone's homemade amusement park that's just rusted. That's barely there. Yeah.
That's kind of like Lakeside in Salem. That was an amusement park years ago, they say, but it's just a Kroger's now.
Is that where you shop? No.
Do what?
Is that where you shop, Kroger?
No, I don't go to Salem.
Yeah. No. All right. Let's see. Any closing thoughts? Man, you missed your race, didn't you? You chose us instead of your race.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
That's all right. I'll play some Rocket League, drink some beer, and make up for it.
I thought that's what you were talking about when you said a race. I'm like, is that what they're calling Rocket League matches now?
No. We did really good in RLCS last season. And by really good, I mean, like, we won 3 games in RLCS before we got beat out of the tournament brackets. But we didn't win them like how you would think, though. We won them because the other teams couldn't figure out how to log into the tournament, and we won them because they didn't show up. The first one that we actually played, we got killed. I'm just saying. But we got 3 victories because other people didn't show.
That's important. Will said, if you go late at night, you can hear the moans of cousins having sex with each other at Lake Shawnee. That's pretty realistic. So I'll probably hear it. I have family that are cousins by marriage, but it's still a little weird. Like, I have a group of family in West Virginia, like really Pentecostal. They only like marry Pentecostals, and they get married like at 18 or 19, like as soon as they can, so they can have sex. And it's like really old, like old school thinking, and it's really weird to see. Like, they only dress a certain way. They kind of judge you when they look at you. It's a little out there.
Have you been to a snake handle in church?
I personally haven't. I've seen stuff on the internet about it.
What?
Snake handling. You don't ever put the headphones in. You don't like the
No,
echo?
because it's a constant echo. I hear like Jacobs was 3 times. I hear him say the same thing 3 times. Yeah.
Powering through these technical difficulties.
Am I echoing on the stream?
No. It's having the headphones in with us. Like, I can hear myself talking. I can hear Michael twice. So that's why, like, in the beginning, when I was like talking choppy, it's because I was getting used to hearing myself 2 or 3 times. Now I'm kind of just compensated with it.
Yeah. Like, I've got a Blue Yeti, and it's got that talkback thing in it, and that's kind of weird when you can you can hear yourself.
When did you get a Blue Yeti? Look at that.
Oh, Blair got me that for Christmas.
That's awesome, man. That's what I use. Is yours a different color? Like, what kind of color is it?
It's the slate gray one.
Nice. Mine's red.
It's on the big boom arm.
Oh, look at that. I still have to get an arm for mine. Do you like the arm?
Oh, the blue arm is the way to go, dude.
Yeah.
That thing is sweet.
You're professional. You should be streaming games. You should be a Twitch streamer.
Nah, I'm not nearly good enough at a game.
You don't need that. You just need confidence. Most of those gamers aren't good.
I don't know. Some of them are still a whole lot better than I am.
Some of them are really good. There's a lot of mediocre ones out there.
I don't think anybody wants to watch me and my friends listen to music on rhythm for 2 hours and lose it.
No, the guy that did the Halo ones.
Oh, Ready Up Live?
Yeah, he's so mediocre.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a Halo remastered collection thing coming to PC, I think.
Yeah. Master Chief Collection.
Are you going to play it, Jacob?
I don't know. I mean, I heard about it like, I want to say a month or so ago. I heard something about it, but I haven't heard anything about it since.
And then you can cross-platform play with Xbox players.
That'd be sweet. We could all play together.
We could. It'd be fun.
It would seem kind of unfair, mouse and keyboard against somebody with a controller. But
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Sure.
What else said? I took my dog for a walk one day. There were a lot of different side trails you could walk. I tried to take her off the normal trail where you usually take, and she stopped. She stopped me. She started growling. I found out later that she saved me from meeting a mountain lion. Oh my God. I shouldn't have gone that way. I struggled with my contacts messing up. But she loves her dog. And there's a lot of stories like that on Reddit where dogs have saved your lives. Like, me and Rebecca just walked like fucking 2 or 3 miles through a abandoned settlement called Dogtown in Massachusetts. And that was crazy. No. All right. Any last closing thoughts? You guys, it's been almost 2 hours.
I don't know, man. You got any closing thoughts?
I just appreciate you guys hanging out. Everyone who's been here. White Owl. I'm glad Will's been here. Mr. Ramsey. Swamp Dweller stopped by. Vidith. Everyone, man. Ken the song was here at the beginning.
So Michael Scott stopped there.
He did. Michael Scott. Look at that.
Thank you.
That's impressive. Mama Pink just stopped in. Hey, how's it going? We're about to end it. I'm glad it's fucking Friday. Glad it's Friday.
Yeah.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. The strangers are the best
It's
people.
been an interesting week, so yeah, I'm glad it's Friday.
Yeah.
Get a 2-day reprieve.
Yeah. But yeah, the strangers are awesome. They made a really big difference on us doing it because literally, it's the reason why I did it tonight because I didn't want to miss 2 weeks in a row. I'm gonna miss because we're gonna be traveling in June. I'm gonna try to plan me and Blake to do a semi stream like we've done before on Patreon where we just like talk and have a topic and then premiere it as like a stream but have it pre-done on a Friday and we don't really miss anything because Blake doesn't stream when it's just him by himself. But we'll do it. We made something happen. I appreciate you guys coming on. You guys are awesome.
Anytime.
10 years.
10 years.
Man,
Love
since
you
we
guys.
graduated high school.
Yeah.
It's been a long fucking time. Overall, it's been longer than that. Fuck, 15 years, 16 years.
It's been 15 or 16, something like
It's
that.
been a long time. I feel old.
Yeah. I've known you guys for more than half my life now.
I know. We're damn near married.
I know.
He gets like this.
Yeah.
He gets like this.
Yeah. Appreciate it. So, all right. We're going to close it out before I just drag it on any longer. This is the best way to start the weekend. I appreciate it. Next week, we'll be back on with Blake. He still works. He has a real job. He's not having to do Strangest yet full time. But if he does, that'd be more content for you guys. But next week, we'll be back. Wednesday, hopefully, we'll have a regular video. Friday, we'll have a live stream with Spooky Whispering. Spooky Whispering at 8 o'clock Friday night. And then the next week, we'll have Mr. Ramsey. He shouldn't be nervous about it. It should be a good time. And then from there, just whatever goes. So we'll see where the world takes us. So until next time, stay strange.
Real strange.
Yeah, I don't have it ready to click off, so it's going to take a couple minutes. I love you guys. It's been a fun night. Thank you, strangers.